I'm getting a fucking handicap parking spot. Like my doctor signed the paperwork today.
Right.
You know? So now I'll have a handicap placard, so which will be good. Like, so when I go to concerts and see Trixter, I can like pull up to the like closed parking spot and go in and not have that far to walk. So I'll be good to go. And that's the second
damn spots. I'm blocking it off. No, I don't want to hear about these festival problems. They know it's all bullshit. There's no way I'm giving up one of those spots. I'm going to tell every handicapped person in America to launch a tirade against you. You're an abuser of privilege.
Show.
Dude, how are you, baby?
Crazy motherfucker to the
show.
Mr. Mark Gus Scott. What's going on, my brother?
Dude, I'm only working on like 2.5 hours sleep, so I'm just like full throttle right now. If the carburetor goes, it's all over.
You know, it's kind of funny.
Are you okay? All kidding aside, are you all right, bro?
Dude, no. I am, but I'm not. Yeah, I got diagnosed earlier this year with this funky fucking thing. It's called sarcoidosis, which is the claim to fame.
So when you put your penis in a sardine can, what happened?
Right. The claim to fame of sarcoidosis is Bernie Mac. That's what Bernie Mac died from. It's this whole. It's a lung lymph node inflammatory like infection that is uncurable, and they just. So
you're not kidding. Oh my God, I didn't realize. I'm making jokes here. I'm very. Okay. I mean.
Please make jokes.
You're okay. I mean, how serious? I mean, are you like in Bernie Mac's final stages here? What are we talking about?
No. Well, I found out I am in what stage I am in. I'm in stage 2, so I am not in Bernie Mac's stage yet. No.
Well, so. Holy cow! Number one, you're freaking me out, bro. I mean, what's the prognosis?
Basically,
what do you think is going to happen from this point on?
It's something that can be treated, and how to treat it, that's the mystery now. Now here's the fucked up thing. Like they tell you, like, the first thing they prescribe you is prednisone, which gives you a whole bunch of different side effects and craziness and all that. And I was telling my co-host, I've joined these groups on Facebook that with people that have it, and they're all like, oh, I'm on this drug and that drug. And so I asked my doctor today, I'm like, well, what about this one and that one? He's like, they're not FDA approved. I'm like, and that means
they probably work. All kidding aside, hey man, you got a crazy. I'm game for unconventional warfare on problems of the interior, for crying out loud. I don't. Let me tell you something. I don't put all the faith in the world in the FDA. There's a lot of things that are going on in the rest of the world that are approved that aren't necessarily allowed in the U.S. And that isn't necessarily because they don't work.
Right.
I'll leave it at that.
Right.
It's not my area, but it is my understanding, particularly when it comes to different sicknesses, that there are treatments outside the U.S. that are very effective. So a little research could possibly go a long way, my friend. I wouldn't necessarily use an FDA stamp of approval as whether something truly works or not.
That's a good point, too.
You know what I'm saying? I hate to sound communistic.
You know what else is a good point? You know what else is a good point, though, that you suffer from a disease that has inflammatory issues, and the number one way to reduce inflammatory issues is to switch to a vegetarian lifestyle. Just throwing it out there.
I know. It's like sacrilege for fucking Italian.
Listen. Number one, relax. All right? Yeah. Let Dr. Scott take care of everything here, okay? Number one, tell the wife you're going out, okay? That's number one. Number two, get the yellow pages. Section E, escorts. Look very thick into that section right there, my friend, okay? Now, you're in Philadelphia. I'm sure there's some very, very good talent in that area, okay? I'll meet you down there. Give me a couple hours to get on a flight. We'll take care of everything. We'll take about 48 hours, okay?
I'll be good.
Hey, bro, all kidding aside, I really hope you're okay. You're freaking me out over here, man.
Dude, I'm all right. Seriously, I'll be all right. I'm confident I'll be all right.
You're just trying to scam a goddamn parking pass, isn't it?
You know what? There you go. I got great parking now for when Trixter ever fucking comes to Philadelphia.
Well, one thing's for sure, I'm coming to the East Coast soon, pal. So guess what? I'll make you feel better inside of 48 hours. I'll probably just take one night. You're a light case. You're only stage 2. We're gonna perk you right up. Right up. Blood count's going right through. You get enough alcohol in the body, it gets rid of all the germs. I'm living proof. Living proof.
There you go.
I'm partying all day. I freaking don't get any sleep. I lost 15 pounds. I'm fine. I mean, it's all bullcrap, you know. Don't just stop believing what everybody tells you. You can fix yourself. We're going to go see a chakra. And you're going to be fine. I got it all figured out. I'm telling you. We're going to let Dr. Scott take care of it. I'll get the rubber gloves, little Vaseline. Everything will be just fine.
I'll spend 24 hours with him, and then I'll be up to stage 3, right?
Come on, man. I've got a positive outlook for you. I'm feeling good about it. I think I'm going to design a full regimen of treatment where they're going to take that handicapped parking sticker away from you.
There you go.
We won't tell them. We'll keep the handicap stickers.
There you go. Right.
Hey, all kidding aside, I hope you're okay, pal.
You know what? I appreciate it, man. I really do. And you know what? I don't even know if I told my co-host Nick and Janetti this one. So like 2 weeks ago, I get this text message from Mark asking about wanting to come and do Star Spangled Banner like sporting events in the Philadelphia area. And I was like, I was actually kind of like honored. You thought of me like, hey, you know any connections out there or anything? I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, dude.
Hey, babe, that's how we do it. I've said it before, and I don't just say it lightly. I know it's like the lip service sort of thing to do when you're doing a radio show in a certain area. We have a long history down in the Philly area. It is a special place close to me. Why? Because of Rocky Balboa, of course. I mean, man, I played this twice, 2 of the greatest shows I've ever played. It was, we recorded our second album down in that area. I mean, Philly's, it's right next door to Jersey, for crying out loud. So, I mean, it's always been a special place in my heart. There's always been great people, great support from Pennsylvania. I mean, come on, man. I'm not kidding, The whole state that is a rock and roll state. A lot more rock and roll than sometimes Jersey is. And dude, that's my state. And I'm not giving the lip service. It's true. We've been all over the place. Erie, Wilkes-Barre, freaking, come on, they got the Poconos and they got the Mohegan Sun in Pennsylvania, crying out loud. How much better can you get? I'm telling you, man. And you're closer to Atlantic City, so it pisses me off. I was always at the north part of the state. If I lived in Philly, I could get to Atlantic City quicker. Oh, for crying out loud.
You know what? What is there really to see in Atlantic City?
What are you talking about, Phil? Come on. You got Jesus Palace. You got the Trump. You got Trump. What are you talking about? You obviously have not been to AC like I've been to AC.
I haven't been
there. I'm telling you. I'm bringing you, my friend. We're going to have some fun. We are going to have some fun. They put a lot of money in down there, man. I'm telling you, the hotel. I was there. First time I was there was maybe 30 years ago. And we had fun. All the guys get there. And then let me tell you what. I went back 20 years later. Wow. They really infused that place with cash. It certainly bumped up a notch than what it used to be. It's impressive. It certainly is impressive.
Yeah, but now half of it's insurance.
It's good, and I'll say there's pros and there's cons. Number one, it was getting oversaturated. Where they have 12 major casinos inside of one town, and it's not like Vegas. So it was rough, and it got cut. However, now the remaining casinos are on steroids, man. And there's people, there's action going on. It's not like ghost towns in each casino. The ones that have made it through that tough spot now have greater market share. They're making more money. They're having great promotions, and people are at the tables and at the games and at the shows, and it is a freaking hoop. I have a Borgata. Hello? Dude, I'm not kidding. And, dude, I'm not getting paid from Atlantic City. I'm telling you, I have a great time when I go down there. If I go to a town and have a crappy time, I have a crap time. But, man, down in AC, great times in Atlantic City. Absolutely.
Borgata has an amazing Italian restaurant too. I forget the name of it, but you go downstairs, it's like you're walking into a cave. Amazing place.
Awesome. Yes, I go to Caesar's also. Caesar's has some view and just the aesthetics. Oh my God, it's freaking beautiful, man. It's awesome. Great stuff. It's
a beautiful town. My kind of town.
Yeah, but now I'm in Arizona. I'm only 3.5 hours from Vegas, so come on. This is.
See, now what part of Arizona are you in? Because my co-host Nick is out there with you. He's in Arizona.
Oh, I didn't even know. Nick on the phone now? Yeah. There he is. Hello, hey man. I had no idea. Shoot, man, I'm in North Phoenix.
I'm at 83rd and Indian School.
Oh well, shoot, you're not far at all, dude. All right, we got to come up with a plan. We got to get Faye out here. We'll set them up. Maybe we'll go down to the Hyatt down in Scottsdale, a little class. Maybe the Fairmont, and then I got a couple of spots, some noisy spots, where you can take them. We'll have some good times.
All right, you heard it, Bang.
I would love that.
Me and Nick are going to plan the whole itinerary, pal. Don't you worry about anything. We'll take care of it. You just come on out.
Now, here's something for you, and I said to Nick early in the show, like, you're the one to deliver this answer for us. Like, Nick is like, we've been doing this show; it's going on 5 years, and we've had.
All right, hold on. Let me tell it. Let me say it.
Okay.
I'm upset because we've been doing this show for 5 years now. We've had rock stars on this show of all different genres. I mean, we've had Lita Ford on. We've had the dude from Aerosmith, the dude from Disturbed, Charlie Daniels, all these cool people. Not one person so far has told us a badass fucking sex and drugs and rock and roll rock star story. Not one of them.
Okay, so is that my cue to story time? Is that what we're doing here? Once upon a time, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you know what? I'll give you something. You want it, goddamn, I'm going to give it to you. Just make sure you can freaking do it. All right, all kidding aside. Now, this happened a long time ago, so the statute of limitations might have run out in most states, so I think I'm pretty safe. And living in Arizona, where you're allowed to carry firearms, I think I'll be fine. All right, that being said, there was this one time. I can't believe I'm actually going to tell it. This happened a long time ago, and I'll tell you this. I think our singer Pete Lawrence said it best. When you have the opportunity to have sexual relations with people at a regular intervals, at the frequency in which we were able to do so, it's like going to the refrigerator. So, number one, because people may not be accustomed to that sort of lifestyle, it seems unique. It seems so tantalizing, so like, oh, my God, I can't believe. But when you're actually doing it, it's like, hey, no big deal. I think that's something we learned about human behavior. I'm prefacing the story. I'm not sidestepping the story, but just prefacing. One thing we learned about human behavior is that people want what they don't have. So if you have straight hair, you want curly hair. You're a blonde, you want to be a brunette, blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
One thing I found out when I was on the road and had access to a lot of females, that I wanted to have a girlfriend. And then when you have a girlfriend, you want access to all those other girls. So it's an insidious cycle, particularly when at the time I was 22, 23 years old. So to have, number one videos on MTV, gold record, we're on the road, we're open arena, you get the idea. So the stigmatism which you're exposed to at that early age is really weird, So, again, when you have this, it's just a weird thing. And, again, I preface it by telling the story. So here's the story, okay? Once upon a time, we're telling the story form because every day there's something that happens that's crazy. I mean, literally every day. Give you an example. When we're on the road, let's say Warren, Trixter, and Firehouse, we had the biggest tour of the summer in 1991. I remember when we first got on the tour, like, it'll be a nice tour. We'll do well. It'll be okay. But, dude, when we start selling out places like the World Amphitheater in Chicago, 33,000 people, something's weird. You know what I mean? This thing freaking blew up. We did, crazy, all over the place. Just big shows, and it went on a lot longer than we thought it would also. So we exceeded everybody's expectations particularly our own, on just how big the bands were doing. Warrant was on their, I think it was their second record, Cherry Pie. We were just, riding on the whole MTV buzz that we had going on. Firehouse just came out. They hit with a top 40 single with Don't Treat Me Bad. So all three bands were rocking in the same genre from a marketing standpoint. It was just like the perfect strike. You know what I mean? And it was, the timing was right too. So it was the best rock tour to hit. And that year we got Best Tour Metal Edge magazine. We did a pay-per-view special. It was the largest pay-per-view special of the year. It was a very successful tour, and very happy. So again, prefacing now we were on the road. I won't say exactly when this was, but it was the early 90s. Early 90s. We went to this little town called, what was it, Turlock, California? Yeah. Now, I don't know what's in the water over there, but, man, I'm telling you what. Now, this was a club show. This wasn't, to give you an idea, we did, let's say, about 4 days a week in the arenas, and on the off days, we would do our own headlining shows at clubs and theaters and things like that. And we did a off night in Turlock, California. And again, there must be something geographical about this place because there was some magic in the air. We had some friends come out. I guess it was around the L.A. thing, so a lot of friends from the East Coast came out. And we had our buddy Southside, and we had our buddy J.D., and we had all our friends out from back home, the family, Chris Farinas. A lot of good old buddies came to this show, and it got a little crazy. So we had one of our buddies, J.D., come up on stage, and he starts singing the Blind Man Blues. And I think PJ was playing drums, and I came out front and started singing a little bit. And the lights are getting low. So there happens to be a great number of women in the front row. Oh, hello, young miss. Why don't you come on stage? Oh, hello, young miss. Why don't you come on stage? Oh, hello, young Mrs. Friend. Why don't you come? So all of a sudden, there's, 15 girls on stage, and one of them decides to take their clothes off. Now, I'm not one stop. I'm here. Well, I'm a First Amendment kind of person, so, by all means, young lady, you go right ahead. Needless to say, there was an orgy on stage, and I happened to be the lead singer. So I can't tell you, I don't know how many people I was with on the stage, not backstage, during the show. I don't know how many people have had intercourse during the show, but there it was. And again, that was just a crazy night. And that's just, we play 6 nights a week usually, sometimes 7. But every night there's just some. So when you say tell a road story, it's hard to tell it in story form. It's like when, at least it's just another night that something happened. And I got to tell you, I loved every minute of it. I really did. I truly thrived on it. It was so much fun. We had, it was just over the top crazy. And I got to tell you, the people, they're what nice, friendly, loving people.
How mind-blowing does it truly get? I mean, especially back at that time when the music scene was, so thriving and, like you said, you guys are on amazing tour, and you're on MTV, and everything is just falling right in place for you, and the girls are just throwing themselves at their feet. You got
among other places.
Yeah, exactly. How many times did you really just stop and be like, "Is this real? Is this really going on?"
It's kind of cool. When we went on the road, we had, number one, all 4 of us were friends. You know what I mean? We went to school together. We all lived within 1 square mile of town in Paramus, New Jersey. PJ was from just a couple towns away. So, we were tight as brothers even before our first recording contract. That's number 1. Number 2, the crew we had with us were basically friends. My drum tech at the time, Vinny Joya, I lived at his house for crying out loud. His parents were like my parents. You know what I mean? So the dynamic between all of us was something really cool. It wasn't like, oh, we're the bosses and now you're going to have to work for it. It wasn't like that, It was like we're all friends. It was really special. And one thing we never did when things started to happen like that, I remember signing my first autograph in Boston, Massachusetts, where a stranger walked up to me and said, "Hey, man, can I get your autograph?" I was like, wow, that's pretty wild. And the thing is, when we did it all together, we always kept each other in check. We were aware of the fact that we were young. We realized things were starting to happen, but we kept a pretty level head about it. We weren't drug users. We barely drank. We only started drinking really until when we got on the Warrant tour. I guess they forced us to start drinking. But, we really approached it with a pretty level head. And whenever we saw anything ever flare out of somebody's mouth, they got whacked with a pillow faster than, you know what I mean? You were always on guard. And we didn't let it go crazy, number one. But when you start seeing it, we were with our friends. We were with our brothers. So we experienced it together. When we were on stage and we saw, let's say, 30,000 people in a crowd, we'd look at each other and go, holy shit. And we did it together. You know what I mean? We had each other on different levels, like, not only just backing your brother up in a fight sort of thing, but even on an emotional thing. It may sound weird, but when you start doing that next level stuff, you're like, holy crap, like you said, holy cow, is this real? It's like you got each other to freaking do it together, and that grounds you, I think. You know what I mean? And I think our guitarist Steve Brown has said it best. We've experienced every dream we ever had 100 times over, and it's really the truth. And I think even the fact that we get to play these days and have that same experience, do things like Rocklahoma or Rockfest or Three Rivers Fest, stuff like that. All the big shows we've opened up for. Even just the past 10 years. You know how many freaking huge bands we've opened up in the past 10 years? Ted Nugent, Cinderella, Scorpions, Vince Neil. I can't even think of them all. I'm forgetting, I don't know how many. It's just too many to count, man. But the fact that we're doing a Poison, Boston, I can't even talk. It's so many. So many. You've seen it. I don't even know what to say. It's crazy. So the idea that we get a second chance today to do it is like a gift from God. And, it's living those dreams all over again. And to do it older, and everyone we know is now 20, 25 years older. It's weird, So to get that perspective and to look at it from a different vantage point and to have the opportunity to do that again, it's some guys think that, it goes to your head. It doesn't have to go to your head. It should go to your heart. And that's something really cool. I heard a story that Brian May and John Bon Jovi did some jam thing together. I think they were in England. It was a huge stadium. I think it was Wembley Stadium. And, like 100,000 people or something crazy like that. And they were on stage, and I think Brian May turned to John Bon Jovi, and he looks and says, "Are you taking this all in, man?" It's like the perfect time to look at what the hell you're doing and say, holy crap, before it's over, to really, stop for a moment, look, and not just play the part, but really take it in. And I think we've had I've learned from guys like that tell the story. Like, God knows how many times we play a show, we may be on for 40 minutes, hour and a half. It's over in like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And then, 6 months from now, you look back when you did that show, it's like, oh, man, I barely remember the whole thing. It's kind of weird. We always had some great guidance. We always had some great backup between ourselves as brothers. So one thing I can say, I have truly treasured the experience, and I look forward to the next time I do it. And it truly is a gift from God, that not only the first time, that we get to do it again and again. Absolutely. And again. It's like, and you know what, man, when people see me stand up there and I point my finger, I just take a look out in the crowd, and man, it's not just show. It's like, yeah, I'm freaking really digging that. I'm really freaking digging that. It's the reason why we got into this whole thing, man. Magazine and MTV and crap, that sure, it's cool. Hell yeah, I love it. But the real love is playing for the people and playing those shows, man. I mean, I smack the living fucking shit out of the drums because I can't figure out any other way to express myself to all the people that are going fucking crazy. That's what it's all about, dude. It's what it's all about, man.
Has anybody ever said to you guys too, you guys, I would say, are truly the ones responsible for the whole the flannel grunge look of the 90s. I mean, you guys were there before Nirvana did it.
It's funny. Someone just recently brought that up to me also. They said, okay, who's the guys that really started it? And I don't have to say we did or they did it. All you have to do is look at MTV. And who was the first one in a large media format to bring it to the forefront of what was going on? And we had Give It To Me Good in 1990. I'm trying to think when we filmed it. It actually came out on MTV around September, I think, 1990. Now, who else was wearing flannels prior to September 1990? And you know who the answer is? Nobody. You're damn right. So,
Dude, I remember when that video came out, I remember, I was 20 years old at the time, and I remember saying to myself, holy shit, I haven't worn a flannel shirt in probably 10 years, but shit, that looks cool as fuck. And next thing you know, I'm going out and I'm buying a flannel shirt. You guys made
the market wasn't ready for it, man.
Too funny. Too freaking funny.
It is crazy, right? I mean, honestly, I want to go out and buy a couple myself for my next show. I want to chop the sleeves off or something, But, I haven't worn one in a long time. I really haven't, but I think I got to get back to the roots.
There you go.
And honestly, if I work in Arizona, I chop the sleeves off, so that'll probably work good. I'm going to give that a try. I'm going to go down to Walmart or something.
Get to the local Walmart, buy some flannels, cut the sleeves off, and go out and shoot some guns.
It's like when you're getting flannel shirts, you don't have to go to a Ritchie store. You can just get your own garden variety $12.99 freaking shirt. That'll do. Rock.
Now, something on a serious note I wanted to ask you about was
why?
Because you are like always like the happy-go-lucky guy, and always, you're always pedal to the metal. You really are. But
well, shit, man, that's the way to go. I'm open. Any questions? No holds barred. Go right ahead.
What are your thoughts on the whole thing with Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell?
Are you referring to some kind of insight they might have had with regard to the hierarchy or something like that?
I think maybe because they had the inside tip on the upsurgence of Atlantic City that could be happening. I don't know.
Number one, I got to say, on behalf of my knowledge of any such thing, I do not know. I honestly do not know. And I didn't know those guys very well. I really did not. I wasn't part of their camp. So as far as their backgrounds and the people they interacted with, I really do not have firsthand knowledge of anything. I really don't. So I don't want to misspeak.
Sure.
That being said, I'm going to say anything's a possibility. And when it comes to conspiracies and things of that nature, I find those things of great interest. More often than not, and this is what I find more interesting than anything, whether you believe in a conspiracy or not, more often than not, these quote-unquote conspiracy theories tend to have more proof proving that the conspiracy is a reality as opposed to just some fabricated crap. There's more proof that supports the idea that the conspiracy is an actual event as opposed to having proof against it. Things like that I find most interesting, and they deserve more light, and they're so easily dismissed by the public as, oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist. You think everything's a scam. You know what I'm saying? I think if people stop being spoon-fed the crap that they listen to, or really just start thinking for themselves a little bit more, and particularly with the age of the Internet, I guess that can be a double-edged sword. You can find out great information. There's a lot of disinformation out there as well. But if you use your head about something, give something a little bit of thought, and don't just accept some of the facts that people stick in your face. Let me give you an example. A lot of people don't, and this is some real controversial stuff, but if I say something that sounds a little off weirdness to you listeners, just do just the bare minimum research. Go to Google and ask the question, all right? I'm going back to World War II. People that don't, not necessarily from how long ago that was, World War II was approximately between 1938 and ended in 1945. There was this guy by the name of Adolf Hitler who was in command of the German, his self-proclaimed Chancellor of Germany, and started headed up what they refer to as the Axis forces. A lot of people don't know how he necessarily came to power. That he was just some guy, and to give you an idea, back at that time, Germany was coming off of World War I, which they lost. They were in a very severe depression, and the people of Germany were really hungering for something. They didn't know what to do. They were desperate to get out of they were in a real crappy situation. And they were hungry for somebody to take the leadership reins and move up. And somebody in America saw this as an opportunity. They said, if we could put somebody in the right spot, maybe put the right kind of money behind it, we can start ourselves a little conflict. We can focus the efforts of Germany, maybe do something with that. Maybe start a little conflict, and maybe some of the banks could invest some capital, and we can make some long-term reparations. We could maybe get some real fat defense contracts. You see what I'm getting at here? Someone like that in a country of that state at that time, they didn't have the money to build roads, to build tanks, to arm militias, to create a Nazi empire. You need capital investors or something like that. And where'd that capital come from? Where do you think that money came from? Somebody Google, I shouldn't name certain names, somebody Google American banks and Nazi and see what comes up. Because I'm telling you what, when you want to talk about some weird stuff, it started a long time ago. And believe me, my hearts go out to the families of Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington. It's a horrible thing to have a loss of such talent, so long before that ticket should have been pulled, and that's a terrible thing. To think for a moment that it might have been done because of some knowledge they had about something, some insight they might have about a reality, not a conspiracy, but a reality, that bothers me. And this sort of thing has been happening for a long, long time, and a lot of people do not realize that. So if you think that maybe back in the times of World War II, people were pulling strings on a huge magnitude to start wars that weren't actual conflicts, what the hell do you think they're doing now? So when someone asks me, what do you think about Chris Cornell and Mr. Bennington and their possible involvement, their possible conspiracy theory, possible? You better freaking believe it. I think anything is possible, and if people really knew some of the truth about America, woo, doggy. I'm going to get myself in trouble. Hold on, I'm going to grab my AR-15. This is a problem.
I just want to know what the hell you're drinking because I want some.
I haven't started drinking yet, but you want me to? I will. This interview got real interesting. I'll tell you what. Some of these things may sound a little shocking. They may sound a little weird. But you know what's really the weirdest thing of all? The truth. You ask some historians about just an inkling of what I'm talking about, they're going to give you an earful. You think I'm saying stuff. I'm actually reaching in for my AR-15. Because it's again the strangest thing that I've always encountered in life. Like you said before, what's it like to take it all in, the rock and roll thing and all that. The craziest part about it was the reality. Like the things that you don't think would happen, the crazy nights that are like so far beyond the things that exceeded your dreams, and that's reality. You could think of like the worst, if you were a movie producer and you wanted to make a crazy movie, you know what's worse? Reality. So, I mean, anything's possible, really... and it's sad that I even have to preface it in such a fashion. Gee, you got me all serious now, dude. Now I'm going to have a drink crying out loud. Jesus Christ.
Absolutely, though. But you bring up an interesting point. Let's look at the Chester and Cornell thing from a different point of view. It's 2017, and we're not supposed to talk in stereotypes anymore. That's kind of out of fashion. But there is something I think to be said for the sad clown, the struggling artist. You're in a very similar situation with experiencing extreme highs in fame and experiencing normal life. How does that affect them on a mental level? How does it change them? And because from the outside, people like me and Faye and sort of your everyday Joes, we look in that direction and we see guys that sort of have it all. How could they possibly be, depressed enough to take their life? But it is a stereotype that has stuck around for 1,000 years. You know what I mean? So there must be some truth in it, right?
Okay, well, hold on. Look, number one, every case can possibly be different. You have to consider that as a possibility. That's number one. Now, I'll ask a question at this point. I find it very strange, or maybe I should ask you guys, do you guys find it strange that every major rock star, pop star, how many people can you think of great fame died of natural causes? Let's listen. How about
right?
Elvis?
Absolutely.
Michael Jackson. Somebody help me. Who got shot? Who jumped out of a window? Who?
Right.
Marilyn Monroe. JFK. I mean, let's make a list. Let's make a freaking list. Now, some might say, well, it's the fame, the this, the that, the that. I don't necessarily subscribe to that point of view. And let me say another thing. Fame at the onset, it affects different people differently. Yeah. But you know what? After 20 years of being in your level of blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? Dude, I'm a regular cat. I don't think everybody's like me, and not everybody handles it the same way and all that blah, blah, blah. But I think as time goes on, not only do you make peace with any demons you may have, I think you learn how to run your life. And when you see the rate of frequency at which certain celebs are dying of unnatural causes, you have to consider the possibility that there might be something else at work. Again, that's not for everyone. I'm not saying every suicide is some staged event or something. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying, you ask a question, I'm trying to shed some light in different areas, And if you're gonna just dismiss this, oh, they killed themselves again. That would be ignorant. I think that would be ignorant to just throw a blanket over all the cases and say blah. To think that maybe something else is at work, and the question is why? Why would they want to take their lives, And it's my understanding in both cases, Cornell and Bennington, that they were quite happy. Everything was a regular day. There wasn't any extreme pressure. They had just people that were with them just hours prior, said everything was fine. There was no, cataclysmic events in a personal nature or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So there are questions. There's a lot of questions. Why would a Michael Jackson die? Why would a Prince die? Why would these things happen? And I don't necessarily have the answer. But if anything, I've got some pretty good questions, I think. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what to say. Again, I didn't know them personally. I really did not. So, I don't want to misspeak and act as if I'm an authority on something that I'm not. I just think it's a freaking shame. Yeah. And to think that it might be a force outside of themselves, that's something that really would be a terrible, terrible thing. To think that something like that might even be I mean, who would think of such a thing? Why would somebody bring up any conspiracy theory like that if there wasn't some hint of some possible? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, the guy killed himself. Oh, you know what happened there? Where the hell would you get some weird idea? You know what I'm saying? Where the hell would something like that come from? Because somebody suggested it? You see what I'm saying? So I'm curious, and part of me I don't want to be curious. I'm a little indifferent about it. And bottom line, if it is some other third party or something, that would infuriate me. There you go. And it keeps me in Arizona. The fine firearm laws that we have here, I'm very, very happy and secure.
Well, we got 5 callers on the phone waiting to talk to you.
Well, put them on hold. Very busy. We're talking about a very important subject matter right here. Oh, they are holding? Okay.
They are. They've been on hold. Yeah, they've been on hold for some.
I got to back. Can we put them all through at the same time?
That would be complete.
That'd be messed up. Yes, don't do that. Okay. Bay, it's your show. Let it roll.
Well, how about this? Because we're going to give away a pair of your drumsticks. So how do you want to do this? Like, do you want to do the best question or?
Oh, we're giving you a pair of my drumsticks. Okay.
They don't want my drumsticks.
That's fine. I don't care. Let's do it, man. Let's give away 2 pair. Let's give away 2 pair.
All right. Let's do it.
You know what?
Right.
3 pair. My final offer. Let's give away 3 pair.
All right, here we go.
I think I better have a drink. Holy crap. Can you imagine if I had like a Red Bull and vodka right now? Holy crap.
Oh, my Lord.
Well, anyway. All right, go ahead. You know what?
Right,
I should stop sleeping altogether. This would be great.
Let's welcome caller number 1 here to the air.
Caller number 1.
801. You're live. You're live on the air. Who's this?
This is Ashley.
Hello, Ashley.
Ashley, huh?
Hi,
are you Ashley? Are you over 18?
Yes, I am.
All right, Ashley. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Arizona.
From what? From what?
Arizona.
Oh, really? Are you that girl next door? Well, how are you, hon? How long have you lived in Arizona?
6 months.
Oh, really? Where are you from originally?
Utah.
Utah. Ooh, Utah. There's some naughty girls in Utah. Mercy Lord, mercy Lord. They're not all Mormons. They say, oh, they're naughty Mormons. I'll say that. Tell me, what is your question, my dear?
I have 2 questions, actually.
Oh, well, look at this. See, she's already cheating. Look at this. Look at this. Now she's got 2 questions.
My first question is, do you have a girlfriend?
Oh, well. I wish I did.
You wish you did?
Yeah, I wish I did.
Oh. Well, we can always change that.
Then again, I don't know what Bay is doing tonight. We're going to fly him out and give him a blood transfusion inside the next 12 hours. So, anything can happen from that point on. I hate to ask, what is your second question?
Are you interested in someone at any moment?
I think we should sever the lines here, Bay. Just this one, please. Oh, I can't hear you. Can you say that again, please? Am I interested in somebody?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's just interested in everybody. Let's put it that way.
It's really weird. I'll give you some background. I went through a real crappy divorce. I was in divorce court for 3 years, if you can believe that, which is completely ridiculous to think that someone that you really held very dear that at some point, and I'm a pretty loose kind of cat, the idea that I probably couldn't have come to a settlement without going to court for 3 freaking years. You think, I mean, if you couldn't score a deal with me, it's like, you know what, we got some real problems here. So the idea of a relationship at this time, there was somebody I was with for a long time, and I guess I must say I'm pretty upset over the fact that we're not together anymore. But I guess that's life. And right now I'm happy doing what I'm doing. To be honest with you, I've been delving into a lot of work and been pretty busy lately. So I don't know how good of a boyfriend I'd really be. I really don't know how good of a boyfriend I would be. But when the time is right, who knows? We'll see. I tell you what, give me a call 6 months from now. We'll see how we're doing.
There you go.
Let's schedule another one 6 months from now, and we'll start fielding calls for the dating.
I was going to say, when you come on to promote the Christmas EP, then we'll Ashley call back then.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Wait, Ashley's in Arizona. This might. You know what? I just may have an availability.
All right, we're going to put Ashley on hold.
I like the sound of
Ashley, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for calling. I really appreciate it.
All right, next one is area code 818 out there, and that's California.
California, baby. Bring it. L.A.
Who's this?
Hi, how are you? This is Shannon.
Hey, Shannon.
Oh, Shannon. Wait. Hi, Shannon. Are you over 18, Shannon?
Yes, I am.
Shannon, yeah, we have a winner.
How you guys doing today?
I don't care what her question is. Give her a pair of drumsticks. She's 818. She's a California woman. That's a winner right there.
She's a California girl.
They all could be California. A Shannon's from the 818. How you doing? Tell me, what is your question, my dear?
I am fabulous. My question is, rumors that you're doing a Christmas album. What inspired you to do that? Because I always think of you as the rocker drummer.
Thanks. This is kind of weird. This may sound weird. A lot of people may not know. I just completed a Christmas album of all things. It sounds kind of weird, but I'm playing trumpet on it. Okay, that sounds weird too. Before I even played drums, I was a New Jersey All-State player for the state of New Jersey, and I was part of the orchestra and stuff like that. I was I guess what is better known as a band fag. And I went to the University of Hartford, the Hart School of Music, did composition training, played with some major conductors and orchestras and things like that. I recorded 3 double albums of classical music. And I guess at a certain point, I kind of sold my trumpet for cymbal money and went by way of the dark side of the force. But I more recently got I got together with our singer Pete Lauren, and he's got a studio at his house, and I put together some tracks, and I'll be putting out a solo CD coming out this Thanksgiving. It's going to be a Christmas album, and I'm pretty proud of it. It sounds pretty wild. It gets a little early to really start promoting it, so to speak, but yeah, it's true, and it's something really cool. And I threw out a taste on my fan pages just to give people an idea, and the response has been overwhelmingly positive. You know, I thought there'd be more weirdness towards it. I mean, I think it's a weird thing personally. You know, some crazy rock guy's putting out a trumpet record. Like, what? You know, it almost sounds like it's Weird Al Yankovic oriented, but it's not. I mean, it's serious. I've got a symphony on here, and I've got some Christmas songs, and I did some great harmonies, and it's really a real deal Christmas record. And I'm very, very excited about putting it out. So. Yeah, time will come. Keep in touch with my website, markgusscott.com. It'll have all the updates. But, again, I really am not on the big push for that at this point. It's still a little early. But I did finish recording. It's done. And we're going through the PR moves now and setting up a marketing calendar. And we're going to have a real strong push on this thing. It's very exciting, very exciting.
Well, thank you for that. I look forward to listening to it.
Well, one thing's sure, I got to get out to L.A. We got to go play. Where in California are you exactly?
Terminal.
You know, where's that?
I'm in Northridge.
Northridge?
Yes, sir.
I think I'm only about 5 hours from that area. And you said you're over 18?
I am well over 18.
Okay, let's put this young lady on standby. Can we do that, babe? Let's. We have 2 guys. One Arizona, now one California. God damn, I love the West. God bless. Yeah, come on.
All right, Shannon. Hang on, Shannon.
You know, she won a pair of those drumsticks.
There you
Let's
go.
get her dressed. She's a winner. I wish they all could be California.
Shannon, if you're in, are you in Mark's Facebook group?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. You guys are talking.
Are you in Mark's Facebook group?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Have you seen me post stuff in there, the links for tonight's show and all? My name is Bay Ragney. If you can just message me over your address.
Oh, I can.
Don't give it on. Yeah, whoa, dude, get her on.
No.
You got to PM.
Yeah, message me on Facebook, and I'll get your addresses where we can send you out a pair of sticks. And congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that very much. You guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you for calling, Shannon. How's the weather in California?
It's fabulous. It's only 93. No, it's 93.
Oh, nice. We had a big monsoon come through here this afternoon. Big lightning and thunder. Crazy. Now it's gone. It's beautiful out.
Yeah, a little humid there then.
All righty.
All right.
Thank you for calling, and congratulations on the drumsticks. I will be sure to seal them with a kiss.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that tremendously.
So when is your 19th birthday?
Actually, next weekend.
Is it really?
I'm doing it in dog years now. It's easier.
Oh, so you're actually 147? How does that work out?
That's my time.
Thank you for calling, and I really appreciate it. And we love California.
Yeah,
Totally Driven Radio loves California.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, thank you guys. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. She's 19.
All right,
in dog years.
How about that?
How many years is the dog years? It's 7 or 10.
I failed math. My balls get broken by my family all the time because I took basic math 3 years in a row in high school. So what's that tell you?
That tells me you have broken balls.
There you go. Exactly. We're going. Looks like we're going to go back to Arizona because here's another 818 caller. 818.
Wait, 818 is California.
Or 801. I'm sorry, 801.
Is 801 Arizona?
That's what the other one was. Hello, who's this?
Oh, is that right? Oh, hello. Hello.
How are you?
Get her.
Hello.
Next
This is the
caller.
part where you talk.
Hello? Oh, there's someone.
Hello?
Yeah, who's this?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I don't. Yeah, Moshi.
Can you hear me?
Yep, who's this?
Can you hear me now? You must be a variety. Hi, hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, who's this?
How are you?
Good.
This
Who's
is
this?
Tina.
Who is it?
Tina.
Oh, hold it. Are you over 18, Tina?
Way over 18.
Are you younger than 55?
I'll be 46 2 weeks from tonight.
Oh, an experienced woman. Ho, ho, ho. And how are you, my dear?
Good. How are you?
Very good. Tell me, well, how can we help you today?
I actually got, it's like more of a three-part thing.
Oh, my God.
Okay,
Look at this.
first of
Reminds me
all-
of that scene from Back to School. We only have one question in 27 parts. Go right ahead. What is your several
It
questions?
is a three-way question there, Mark.
A three-way question?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
I follow you on Facebook, of course, and I see you play the
thank you.
trumpet a lot.
Thank you.
How would you feel if you got nominated by a fan to do the national anthem at an event in another state? How would that make you feel?
Dude, it would be fantastic. I'd be proud to play the national anthem. I played in a bathroom. Let alone some other side. I'd love to. I'd go on tour playing it. Why do you ask such a question?
I was just asking, just wondering.
Oh yeah, I'd totally do it. All kidding aside, you know what? I think as I get older, the things that used to get me off as a kid, it changes. You know what I mean? And this may sound weird. If I were a 21-year-old kid, say, how do you feel about playing the national anthem? Like, all right. And I was in the high school band. I played the national anthem. I played taps at cemeteries, things like that. But to do it now, it means so much more. It's very strange. I think when I was younger, the idea of defending the country doesn't mean what it means to me today. I think the more education, the older I get, the more mature I get, the things that I really take close to heart altered substantially from when I was 20-something years old. So when someone, just thinking about it now, to play the national anthem in another state, someone calls me up to come on out and play. Oh, dude, I'm there. On my own dime, I'm there. You know what I mean? I would it would be a privilege and an honor. And more recently it was just Veterans Day. Was it Veterans Memorial Day? And I played taps at a cemetery, and it was they offered to pay me. I tell them keep the money. I don't want nothing. You know, the reward of doing it is the true reward, not the monetary gain. And man, I can't tell you how good it made me feel just to do that. You know, so to do something joyous like the national anthem, dude, bring it. That's what I'm talking about. Bring it. Totally into it. What was that? Just part one of the question?
Nope. And then I want you to describe yours and Pete's friendship in one word.
Ooh.
I could make a few good jokes, but I'm very hesitant to do so. Our friendship in one word?
Yeah, I see you guys go at it on Facebook, giving each other crap. I was just curious.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, there's some people that think that there's a major rift between us, and no, we do that, and it's complete fun. I even started, now that he's going to hate me for saying this, I even started something, the I Hate Pete Lauren fan club. I do that purely out of jest. I actually thought about making a page and making it total good, but you know what? I do it purely out of fun, and he zings me back and makes fun of me, and that's just. I think a lot of cats don't do that, and you know what? We see the reaction, and we get off on it ourselves, even if nobody were laughing. The idea of posting out there to the public to say some naughty things to each other, I think it's freaking hysterical, and the fact that everybody else gets in on the joke, that's what makes it fun. We share the fun times with everybody. Nobody's excluded. It's not that it's like our inside joke for everybody. Everybody's on the inside on it. So, and that's what makes it fun. And yeah, if I had to describe our friendship in one word, it's brotherhood. Crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining city. And we used to live in New Jersey. Now we're in Arizona together. And not together. I don't get the wrong idea. But he lives about 25 minutes away. Whoa, easy now. Anyway, yeah. So there it is. Yeah. Was that part two?
Yeah, and then one other thing, the band that one of the first bands that me and my sister seen you with is in concert here Saturday night.
Oh, who's that?
Firehouse.
Oh, our brothers Firehouse. Please send them my fondest regards and give them a slap on the ass from the old Gus kid, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I think it's almost sold out.
Oh, shit, God bless Firehouse.
Yeah, and then the next week's Jack
as a matter of
Russell.
fact. What's that?
The next week's the Jack Russell, Great White.
Oh, you're talking about my friendship. These are bands we played with 20-some-odd years ago and more recently. Matter of fact, I think Jack's coming to the Arizona area in the next month or so. So, yeah. Dude, tell Firehouse to get their ass to Arizona. I want to see a Firehouse show.
I'll do that if you tell Trixter to come to Utah.
We will come in Utah. I mean, we will come to Utah, yes. We'll do both.
With Firehouse.
I will not come on Firehouse. What?
No.
Is my what? Who? Hello?
Hello?
Let's give her some drumsticks, too. Please send a self-addressed stamped envelope with $2.50 shipping and handling. No, seriously. I'm sorry, your name is Tina?
Tina.
Yes.
Hi,
Tina.
If you let's make sure, Faye, that we get Tina's address as well, because she sounds like a sweetheart. And you know what? Anybody who cites America as an aspiration, I want her to be recognized. God bless America. Tina, you got
actually, my best friend does that too. My best friend / sister.
Your best friend
too.
What?
She does it too.
She does what too?
She supports the troops and everything.
Oh,
cool.
God bless. God, you can give her one of the sticks.
Yes, I will.
All right.
Tina, send me a message on Facebook with your address. This way we can get those sticks out for you.
All righty.
Thank you very much for calling.
Just
I really
the Totally
appreciate
Driven
it.
thing?
Thank you so much for your support.
Yeah, absolutely. You can just do it right there.
Always. We'll never, ever stop supporting you, Mark. Ever.
Oh, thank you. That's really sweet, honey. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling.
All right, before we get to the next caller, Mark, I just want to say your fans are truly amazing. They really are.
Dude, I'm very fortunate in many ways, and I think one thing, here's a weird thing. When people give you love, when you give love back, it grows exponentially. And that's one thing I think Trixter always did that was a little different than most other bands. A lot of bands avoided the contact thing. We delved into it. And maybe at times some people might say it maybe strategically wasn't a good move, that you wanted to keep a little separation kind of thing. And you know what? We really blew right through those road barriers. I remember playing arenas, and we'd go out and hang out with the fans, and they had food for us. We'd sit on, like, the side of the arena, the lawn, and like, have picnics with, like, a couple hundred people, you know? So we made family. We made family, and, how can you ignore love? I think that's really amazing, even after all this time, and I don't know. Some of these people I've known for 30 years. Some of these people are brand new. And just, the fact that they're still into it. They're still into it. That's awesome. They come to the shows. They want to write on Facebook. And sometimes they say even stupid little things, but they're thinking about you. And it's a beautiful thing, And I think one thing they know is that their support does not go by unrecognized. I can't tell you how much my cup truly runneth over, and it's much appreciated. Really taken to heart.
Cool. All right, so we have our next caller. Actually, is a Pennsylvania number. I'm pretty sure. Area code 5.
Hey, yeah, there we go, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
What's your area code? 570.
Yep.
Hello.
570. Hello. Hello, caller.
Hey guys, it's Danielle.
Hey, Danielle.
Oh, Danielle. I won't. Last name start with an S as in stop?
Yes, it does, darling, and you know that.
Oh, here's one of the fine family friends of Trixter, Miss Danielle. How are you, my dear?
How you doing, sweetheart?
We're talking to the general of the Mark Gus Scott American Army. That's right.
You got
When
that
it comes
right,
to
Dave.
launching the tirade on the I Hate Pete Lauren fan club, this is the general in charge. This is the Schwartz
I'm
talk
just
right
waiting
here.
for orders. I'm just waiting for orders.
I got a couple orders for you.
Yeah, I bet you do. You need to get your butt back to Pennsylvania.
Man, I gotta get up Pennsylvania. I need a complete debriefing.
Oh yes, absolutely. I did have a question though. Actually, I'm going to put you on the spot on the air.
Okay.
A couple of my Trixter sisters and I wanted to know if we can expect any further jam videos from you and Dom and John, like the one that you sent us last year on the fan page after the 4th of July party.
I vaguely recall it, but you know what's funny? Just more recently, we actually had a really crazy jam session. I was with Wild McBrown from Dawkins. He was singing and playing bass. Right off the bat, that sounds completely crazy, right? Dominic was playing guitar, and I was on drums. And I'm thinking, was Sal with us that night? I can't, it gets a little foggy. But I think there was our buddy Sal. He was playing guitar with us also. And, dude, let me tell you something. Not one rehearsal. Didn't even plan the song. We just called out some chords, and I can't tell you how Mick ripped the roof off the house, man. Holy
Then you need to
crap.
post a video.
I swear to God, I wish to God we videotaped that one. That was on fire. Dude, it just goes to show you, forget about vocal ability. I mean, he can sing. But, dude, the thing that really brought the charisma was Mick. He was Mick all the way, and he really just let loose on this thing, man. And you never saw a front man like this. He just had he was so over the top and so exuding awesomeness that when I stopped playing, I said, I can't even believe we just played that. It made the whole room rock. And we were on fire. On fire. Wish to God that was taped. We should have had a 4-camera shoot on that one, I swear to God. We should put together a group with him as the front man, and it would be stellar. I mean, I can't even. So, in answer to your question, I promise you we will film something soon. When, I don't know. Mick's been flying around a lot. I've been intermittently busy. I jammed with Dominic a couple of weeks ago. For a little while, and I like playing with Dominic. I like Dominic a lot. He's been a very good friend, and he's got a great guitar tone. He's a great player. So yeah, we got to get back to the jam thing. I think, you know what? I think we're overdue for a party. He was talking about a party. I gotta give him a call. I gotta give him a call. Let me see if we can set something up. And yes, we will have to do some kind of performance and maybe do a live feed from the party at Dominic's house. How does that sound? That's what we gotta do.
Epic.
So we'll do the party. We'll go in the pool. We'll freaking do the hang thing. We'll do shot contest, and then we'll do the jam thing.
Nice.
That sounds epic.
That's what we're gonna do. How are the troops? Everybody okay?
Everybody's great.
All right. Please tell Private Mibbs that that the Commander-in-Chief sends the warmest regards, and I hope all.
Was that Private Mibbs or Private Nips?
Yes, Michelle Mibbs are she's a very, very, very loyal private in the Army. Yes, she's always standing at attention.
She's actually listening right now, and she's probably passing out by the fact that you called her out.
Well, God bless Ms. Mibb. I want to thank you for being part of the constituency. To our Lord and Fuhrer, Mark Scott.
Always and forever, sweetie. You know that.
Thank you for calling, Danielle. You know I love you, hon. Thank you so much for calling.
Yep. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, hon.
All right, we have actually, there's 2 calls on here, but I'm pretty sure, I have a feeling one of them is my next guest who's waiting patiently. But this one,
have I overstayed my welcome?
No.
If you got slots, dude, I don't want to screw you up.
Yeah. Well, we have one more call. I don't want to screw
one more. Go for it.
So area code 385. It is. Who's this?
I don't know where the hell that is.
I don't either.
This is
Hello?
Carla. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Who's this?
This is Carla.
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 I'm calling
area
from
code 385. What?
I'm calling from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Utah, a Mormon, another Mormon.
No.
No? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No
Are you
Mormon?
a non-Mormon? Maybe that's better, isn't it? I'm not okay. I met some nice people. There's nice people of all faiths.
I am not Mormon by far.
I'm Mormon the most.
Well, there you go.
I'm a bad Mormon. I'm a very bad
You're the
Mormon.
naughty, the naughty Mormon.
Yes.
There you go.
Well, yeah, this is our final contestant that wins drumsticks. We love naughty Mormons. Drumsticks by Dubsy.
Mark, you're awesome.
What's your question, Carla?
Well, Tina kind of took the one question away from me because I really, really, truly wanted to know Mark and Pete's relationship, how Mark really, truly feels about that man.
Well, one more time. Can you say that one more time, please?
How you really feel about Pete, your true feelings about Pete.
About Pete? In what way are you referring? We're very close, but not that close.
Oh, come on now. Tell us the truth.
Hey, Pete is my brother. I love him. That being said, I sleep in my house and he sleeps in his house, okay? Do you understand that?
I know. I'm just kidding, Mark.
What?
I'm just kidding. I had to call to give you a hard time about Pete.
Oh, no, dude. You know how long I've known this guy? We've done some things together all over the world that very few people get the opportunity to do. And when you do things on the magnitude we have, a special bond forms, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we're that close, okay? I just want to be a little more clear and emphasize the fact I am all open for any kind of orientation that people want to have with another partner. That's fine. In the case of Peter Lauren and Mark Scott, we stand strong together yet apart. Do I have to drive this home? I'm not sleeping with this son of a bitch, all right? So take it easy, young lady. I don't want to get no misconstrued. I heard Mark's getting a dinner. So we don't need any of that. I love him. However, when I sleep over at Pete's house, I have my own room.
I know you do.
Yes, it's the Mark Scott Suite at Hotel Lauren. His house is like a hotel, too. Got a big goddamn house.
And you won a pair of drumsticks, so send me a message.
And you won the step. We want to thank you for being a naughty Mormon and playing our game today.
You are
this
so very
brought
welcome.
to you by Mark Scott for President 2020.
There you go. Oh boy. Now let me just to be safe, let me just ask this last caller just to make sure. Area code 310. Is this my next guest, Susie?
That's California.
That would be your next guest.
How about that?
Hey,
very,
Susie.
very
Little Susie on the up.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. How's the weather in L.A., my dear?
You know what? It's really beautiful, but we're having a heat wave right now. It's like 97 degrees.
Oh, ouch. And you probably got some high humidity, too, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's a bit humid, but you know what? I've sort of been going back and forth to Vegas most weekends this summer, and it's just been triple digits out there. It's been like 112. It got up to 118 one weekend. It's just been crazy.
My dear, I'm in Arizona. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes,
but you know what?
Yep.
I love it. More. Let me know when you're coming over to Vegas next. Hey, please, let's get her scheduled when she's in Vegas. I want to go check it out. I need to get a Vegas. I want to see Susie.
You know what? I'm actually going to be in Arizona. I'm going to be in Arizona in November.
When? Well, hold on. I'm writing this down. When and where? Arizona, talk to me.
Let me have a look at my
serious.
schedule. Hold on. I'm actually going to be there. I'm always there every year for Bike Week at the beginning of the year and then NASCAR Week towards the end. So those dates are, let me have a quick look. Here we go. I will be in Phoenix the 9th till the 11th of November.
At where?
At a place called the Highlighter.
Highlighter. Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in. 9th through the 11th. Oh, I'm there. I'm not even kidding. I swear to God.
If you send me a message on Facebook so I know, and I'll make sure that they give you the VIP treatment.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. That's really kind of you. You know, Betty, if we have any extra drumsticks with a special phone number enclosed, can we make that? Susie, that's really sweet of you, and thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. That's good. Dude, 9th through the 11th. We got some. I'm going to the highlighter. Gus Man's doing the highlighter. Damn it. Matter of fact, I'll probably camp out there.
You won't have to care. That's okay. We'll roll out the red carpet for you, darling.
Susie, God bless you, and I will be seeing you soon.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I look forward to it.
And then you can come back on the show and tell us about the Christmas album and give us a recap of Susie's show.
I'll give you the full review, the full live review.
We will have done a photo shoot by then, and all that stuff.
Oh, God bless America. God bless America. Faye, I want to thank you for everything. Nick, I hope I see you soon around town, my friend. Please keep in touch. And Susie, wishing you all the very, very best, my dear. I will see you at the Highlighter in Phoenix.
All right. I'll see you in a couple of months.
Thank you, hon. I really appreciate it.
Take care,
fun,
Mark.
brother.
All right.
I'll see you soon, pal.
There he goes. Wow. He is just wow. He's shot out of a cannon.
I think he could talk underwater. He's unreal. He's awesome.
I don't know how he keeps the energy going. I really don't. He is unreal. He truly is.